This is Dr. Elliot McGucken at 45 Surf University. And I wrote this book a few years back. It's one of my favorite books. The Physics of Time. Time and its arrows in quantum mechanics, relativity, the second law of thermodynamics, entropy, the twin paradox, and cosmology, explained via LTD theories, expanding fourth dimension. Now, LTD stands for light time dimension. And my theory marvels at the equation x4 is equal to ICT, first introduced by Minkowski and adopted by Einstein, who used Minkowski's formulation of relativity to work on and develop and derive general relativity. Einstein stated that without Minkowski's treatment and the equation x4 equals ICT, he would not have been able to develop general relativity. And my theory looks at that equation, x4 equals ICT, and it takes a derivative of x4 with respect to time, and we see dx4 slash dt is equal to IC, which naturally implies that the fourth dimension is expanding at the rate of c. And that's simply the principle of LTD theory. The fourth dimension is expanding at the rate of c relative to the three spatial dimensions. The book description reads, more intellectual curiosity, versatility, and yen for physics than Elliot McGucken's I have never seen in any senior or graduate student. Originality, powerful motivation, and a can-do spirit make me think that McGucken is a top bet. And that was from a letter of recommendation from Dr. John Archibald Wheeler, Princeton University's Joseph Henry Professor of Physics. Then the book description begins. At long last, time's foundational, unifying secrets revealed. Join Dr. E on a fantastic journey on towards the hitherto unsung secrets of time, whence time's arrows and asymmetries across all realms are exalted and unified via the novel physical principle of a fourth expanding dimension. The principle also naturally gives us all of relativity and quantum mechanics. LTD theory liberates us from the frozen block universe while granting us free will. As this book's epic journey spans time's far-ranging presence throughout all of physics, it naturally includes forays to the edges of multiple frontiers, including relativity, space-time diagrams, entropy, the second law of thermodynamics, cosmological time, and the quantum. Wherever time flows, this book goes, ultimately demonstrating that all notions of time are yet unified by a simple physical principle. Time throughout all realms, from quantum mechanics to relativity to the second law of thermodynamics to psychological time to cosmological time, are all unified via a deeper physical reality. That's just a fact. A deeper physical reality has to support all the notions of time and all the manifestations of time that we observe. A deeper physical reality has to support all of the quantum mechanical phenomena, from entanglement to non-locality to probabilities. Relativity and quantum entanglement are both shown to spring from this very same foundational reality, which also exalts time. There exist many books which promise deep insights into the physics of time, but none of them deliver anything in the way of an actual physical mechanism powering and driving time and all its arrows and asymmetries. Unlike this book, none of them give a deeper causal apparatus for time's flow throughout all realms. Sadly, all too many prominent physicists used the misconstrued block universe interpretation of relativity as a sledgehammer to try and deny time. They go so far as to even deny time's obvious arrows and its constant one-way flow. They deny any difference between the past, present, and future. Well, light-time dimension theory acknowledges and celebrates time in all her glory. Beginning with a simple principle, this book exalts all that is known about time's arrows in relativity and quantum mechanics, the steady increase of entropy, the second law of thermodynamics, and relativity. LTD theory agrees with the Standard Model and all observable physics, and LTD defines time thusly. Time. Time and all its arrows and asymmetries are defined by irreversible physical occurrences resting upon and driven by the expansion of the fourth dimension relative to the three spatial dimensions at the rate of c, as given by dx4/dt is equal to ic. The principle of LTD theory. The fourth dimension is expanding at the rate of c relative to the three spatial dimensions. Throughout the rugged, exalted book, we will celebrate the far-ranging physical unifications of this simple physical model. We will use the simple principle to exalt a wide range of physical mechanisms and common-sense explanations for time and all its arrows and asymmetries, from quantum probability, non-locality, and entanglement, to relativistic time dilation and length contraction, to the equivalence of mass and energy, to the second law of thermodynamics, to dark energy and the vacuum energy, to so very much more. In physics and photography alike, award-winning physicist Dr. E has always chased the light. Dr. E received the Judith Resnick Memorial Scholarship, which helped him attend Princeton University to study physics. Dr. E's PhD research on an artificial retina for the blind, titled Multiple Unit Artificial Retina Chipset to Aid the Visually Impaired and Enhanced Hold Emitter CMOS Phototransistors, received several Fight for Sight and NSF grants, as well as a Merrill Lynch Innovations Award. The technology is now helping the blind see.